Good evening and welcome to NXTGEN Season 16. This is the Tour Maniac Modern Touring Car Championship, live from Ruapuna Park. My name is JPH99. We're going to take you through the action. There's Jack going out in a different livery to normal. We'll have a look at all the drivers. In a moment. So, Ruapuna Park. This makes up round number 8 of the championship. Our circuit is very, very wide. AMH Racing is our championship leader so far, though, on 129. Adam Morris on 99, just 30 points behind. Boy Raxel on 94. H. Bands on 79. Bruce Lee Harding and Jack Tight on 75 and at the top 5. Let's have a look then. On board then with Jack Timothy and also coming to the first corner, very fast, flat left, hit the brakes in a straight line into turn 2. Down the Lake Merley straight. We go. Flick it right and into Icom corner. Dab into 4th, get it tucked in. Use as much curve as you can. Down to the Euro Mark corner, tight hairpin left, keep it tucked in all the way and then bring it out to the outside afterwards. Up towards Fortin Hogan's, fast right, fast left, hit the brakes with this 90-degree right hand which is tighter than it appears. And then a long left hand which you just take it up at half throttle and bring the throttle back in before you hit the Casino Carousel. Again, another one that tightens on the exit. Go wide on the exit. Up to the Southern Salvage S's. 45 right, 9 left. There's, again, another corner that's tighter than you expect as Jack again goes wide. Backs out. And then also you'll be up to the Rock Sweeper. Do you finish the lap? 5 minutes of qualifying around this 2.069 mile track, 3.33 kilometers. Jack goes for another lap. Boy Rags are currently, though, in his Mercedes. Top of the list. I must put a shout out to Tyler House, 97. This is his first time on the steering wheel for the modern touring car, so we'll be interested to see how he goes tonight. Oh, as he makes collision with Boy Rags. Probably quite silly, really. To be side by side with someone in qualifying. Not really going to go fast that way. AMH does have second so far. Full Fish, 3rd. Delez in 4th. Bruce is down in 8th place. Normally a top 5 contender. And Morris down in 5th. Obviously not really a BMW circuit, this. As Johnny looks at the... Again, more contact. This is not what the guys need. Contact in qualifying. You need to be a bit more savvy about this. Jack cannot get the Southern Salvage S's correct here. Time's up. Johnny in the pits. Jack goes 4th quickest, and that'll be his last lap of the session. 9/10 off the pace of the top. Adam Morris has gone 2nd quickest. Bruce does not improve for anyone. 26.8 is his quickest time. Tyler House a 1:29.1. Tim's still going round. The pits. Who's now on our own? Fourfish on his final lap. And the Casino Carousel to the Southern Salvage S's. If you're watching, do comment during the race. Always good to see everyone else's thoughts and views as the race goes on here. Through the rock sweeper for Fourfish. And to the line. 3rd quickest so far for Fourfish. The Les crosses the line. Goes 6th. No one takes it away from Boyraxa though. Boyraxa takes pole position. Time of 1:24.640. He goes on pole position, followed by Adam Morris. Row 2 is Fourfish and AMH Racing. AMH getting done by Fourfish there in qualifying. Jack heads up row 3. Alongside him is the Les. DY House 7 has Webby to Johnny alongside him on row 4. Row 5 is Bruce Lee Harding and Shadowstalker DBS. Row 6 is Tyler House and Bob. Row 7 is Tim on his own in 13th place. And that is your grid order. Just waiting to go racing then. Here at Ruapuna. Here we go then, Ruapuna. 14 laps to go. We have 3 red lights. We are green at Ruapuna, and what a start from AMH, but he's gone absolutely into the back of Adam Morris. And that's put Boyraxa on his roof. Not the cleanest to get away, and I think AMH has just realised that. Oh no, he's gone wide actually at the Flexoplast corner. So Fourfish leads from Jack TM53 Synopsis. Now Jack looking for that Astra's first ever modern TC win still. DY House is in 3rd, Webby to Johnny in 4th. Tyler House looking for a move. He's got the move done. Coming up towards Force and Hogan, surely down the inside. Move done. Oh, and Bruce looking for the gap. And it just closed in on him as he reached there. Bob is up to 7th. The Les is in 8th. RDF1 Adam Morris is in 9th. Boyraxa at 10th. AMH is in 11th. Shadowstalker 12th. And Tim in 13th. So it looks like AMH and those guys have managed to sort it out between them after the poor start. Time has a bit wide. But Jack is all over the back here of Fourfish for the lead of this race as we go through the rock sweeper for the first time of 14. Jack really on it. Fourfish a bit wide. Jack sniffs a bit of blood here. He's got alongside up towards the Icom corner. This for the lead. The Astra takes the lead into the Icom corner. Into the Euromark corner, that hairpin left. So Jack now leads. Bruce still on the back. He's now currently the highest BMW runner right now. But in the background, Adam Morris getting past. That is the Les. And here comes Boyraxa to try and take the place as well. So for these boys, it's going to get harder and harder as they go up through the field. It's the faster drivers. A bit of bumping, bit of rubbing. I don't really know what line that is from Bob, but that's not a great one. This is going to hold up AMH, Shadowstalker and Tim at the back. Jack needs to run, and he needs to run fast right now. Obviously, Four Fish is within half a second of him, but I think Jack's got him into the corners. That Astra chassis is second to none when it comes to cornering. Meanwhile, Bruce is all over the back of Johnny. Who's in turn all over the back of Tyler House. This for fourth place then. Has Bruce got the run? Yes, he has got the run on Johnny coming into Fulton Hogan. This time the door can't be shut. Bruce into the top 5 on lap number 3. Oh, and he looks to the outside. Maybe looking for the switch back here. Or a run. He's going to... Tyler House very defensive. Having a very nice defensive game, but he's gone wide onto the grass. Oh, and Johnny and... Oh, God, that's big collisions. It's like so much going on, you can't actually tell you. Don't really know what happened between Boyraxa and Johnny, though. It looks like a little... Johnny ran a bit wide onto the grass, came back on. Boyraxa really fighting hard with Tyler House, as now he's going to get swamped by 2 BMWs as well. They're going to be 3 wide coming up towards the Flexoplast corner. This is not where you want to be. Oh, hello. Unfortunately, Tyler, you can't have that, and he spun it anyway. Not the best bit of driving, though, unfortunately, from Tyler. Just turned in. Boyraxa was already there. Boyraxa getting away with it, though. Well, meanwhile, Jack and Fourfish running away with this one. 2.5 seconds clear. And Jack over Dean Whitehouse 7. The Les fighting hard against AMH, coming towards Fulton Hogan. Oh, AMH trying not to bump into Les going through the casino carousel, but he gets down the inside. Good move from AMH in the end to get past the Les. Oh, and Adam Morris almost having a big moment coming out of the Southern Salvage S's. Has to defend here from AMH. The friends off the track. That's got to go out the window now off the track, because these two are effectively the championship contenders. I know Adam's about 30 points behind, but these two have a serious chance here of winning this league. And Adam already in contention for the Group A1s will want to stay in contention for this championship as well. It's just dropping off the back here of Jack. Jack just getting a bit of breathing room. Bruce losing time to Boyraxa. And that train of cars. The casino carousel. This is almost where the race goes a bit quiet. This middle period where people are either working together or working to get up to the back of the guy ahead of them. But if they just not keep working together, they're going to go onto the back of DY House 7 pretty quickly. Some good driving here from Bruce, knowing when to defend, when not to defend against Boyraxa. You should always get a better exit off the rock sweeper. They may have to go defensive coming to the Flexoplast corner, though that BMW should be quick enough to hold its own. And they take time out of DY House 7, about 3 seconds worth that time around, so either DY7 has made a mistake there. It's just a bit of a bad lap. So head through the ICOM corner there. 4 in the line. And DY7 is looking in his mirrors going, okay, this could be interesting. Bruce with that wider line. Making Boyrax go to the outside for Fulton Hogan. To go side by side through Fulton Hogan. And Boyrax makes an astonishing move around the outside. You don't normally see him move around the outside of that. But that's great driving from the 4-time Race of Winners champion. Multiple GT5 champion as well. Just take the move around the outside of Fulton Hogan and complete it around the rest of the move. Again, here's another one in contention because of the drop scores. He's obviously missed a couple of rounds. As we see Bruce defending now from RDF1 Adam Morris. Slipstream taking effect though. Into the Flexoplast corner. Bruce hangs on so far, but again, catching DY House 7 through the ICOM corner. Oh, that's Anna Morris round into the wall at the ICOM corner. Looks like it took a bit too much curb and it bit him, and in a hard way. Yep, on the curbing and possibly the grass, and it sent him straight to the barriers. We'll continue watching this though because AMH is all over the back of Bruce. And in front you can see Boyrax all over the back of DY7, and the front 4Fish is right behind. Oh, that's close. Bruce having a slide on the curb. AMH trying to avoid him. The front two getting close and personal as well. I mean, you should already be over there from my last selection, but there we go. Bruce still hanging on then to 5th place. Oh, 4Fish has lost time. Coming out of the Euromark corner. So Jack now had nearly a second gap halfway through this race. And DY7 is holding up Boyrax, are an absolute treat right now. Giving Jack the best of the world. Oh, has AMH just sold a dummy? Not quite. Oh, but he may have got the switchback coming out of the Southern Salvage S's. And AMH will take 5th place away from Bruce. Lovely move set up by AMH. Our focus now turns to Boyrax of 14. In the cockpit with him. Just can't find the gap to get past DY7, and it's hurting his chances of getting higher up, because we know how quick Boyrax can be in clean air. So he took pole position as DY7 clips too much curb. Although he's sending it back down the inside of Boyrax, coming into the hairpin, bit of rubbing. And somehow DY has come out in front, but not for much longer, because into Fulton Hogan. I think he may have given that back because it was quite a rough tumble lunge into the Euromark corner. Brings Boyrax into the podium places. As D Whitehouse goes through the Southern Salvage S's here for the 9th time, he's now got AMH behind him. There's Forfitch only 7/10 behind. We know, as Bruce almost spins the car again, coming out of the S's. If he's not careful, he's going to have the Les on his tail. I do believe we lost him. I think Tim has retired to the pits. As here comes AMH in the BMW, down the inside, into the Flexoplast corner. Job is done. Meanwhile, Forfish is stuck to the back of Jack, like you wouldn't believe. Oh, a bit of a nudge. Forfish doesn't take the advantage though, because he knows he's nudged Jack into that wide position. But these guys need to be careful, because Boyraxer will start to catch them at a rate of knots in that Mercedes. But Jack could be desperate for that first Astra win. AMH on the other hand, what does he do? He knows if he stays with Boyraxer, there's a good chance of a higher place. But he needs to be in front of Boyraxer as well. He can't let Boyraxer keep taking points out of him at this stage, especially with those drop scores. AMH hasn't had that many bad scores in this season, so it will affect him the most. What's the line of 25.5 from Boyraxer, 1.2 seconds out of Jack. And AMH looks like Friend's time is over. He's looking for the inside of the Icon corner. He's going to have that corner because he's got the faster car in a straight line. Although Boyraxer hangs around the outside, this will cost him time, but AMH knows this is critical for the championship. Every point counts. And he gets through the Euromote corner. That could be critical in the championship, but Boyrax is still there. Not anymore. They've lost a bit of time, back to 5 seconds doing that, meaning it seems like the guys up front, Jack and Fullfish, could be home scot-free from having to deal with these guys near the end of the race. As Boyraxer, he probably won't want to give that up as Les goes really wide through the Southern Salvage S's. I mean, it's not a great exit out of the rock sweeper, but it doesn't matter. Enough to pace down the straight. Meanwhile, at the front, Jack still holding on. He's just got 2 more laps to go after this one. He could claim the maiden Astra victory. Well, Bruce is having to defend from the Les here. To Fulton Hogan. And the Casino Carousel. No 8-3 there from the Les. On board then with the Les, going through the Southern Salvage S's. It's a good run. Looks to the inside here. Got through. I don't think Bruce would be too happy with it, but he's going to have the overspeed with the BMW up to the line. He should clear him before the Flexoplast corner. Yes, he does. Here on the penultimate lap. Fourfish has made a mistake somewhere. He's on 1.92 seconds behind. No, not really close enough to challenge that anymore. The ledge absolutely glued to the back of Bruce Lee Harding. He's looking for every possible gap. Too wide though through the hairpin. Ruins his chances up towards Fulton Hogan. And the Casino Carousel. On board with Les again. And this time Bruce, again not feeling the need to go defensive really. Another Oxford on to the final lap now. Fourfish should be comfortable there in second place. He has to, he can defend from AMH. Oh, DY7 in the background loses the rear end. Just about saves it before going on to the other side of the circuit. And Les going down the outside of Bruce Lee Harding. Can't make that work. Down into Fulton Hogan. Nothing doing there either. Fourfish will have company coming the last few corners. He's trying everything, flashing the lights, doing everything he possibly can. We're going to go to this man. It's been a long time coming. But it will be. For the first time ever, Jack TM53 Synopsis will take the Opel Astra's first win here at Ruapuna. He is going to be ecstatic with himself. AMH takes second, does he? Or was that actually, I think Fourfish came second, AMH third. I'm not entirely sure on that. So let's go for a massive barrel, who did beat Bruce in the end. Johnson 5th, Bruce 7th, Bruce Johnny will be in 8th, RDF1 Adam Morris after that big shunt in 9th, Tyler House in 10th, Shadowstalker will be 11th, and Bob has stayed on the lead lap actually. Good effort by Bob, he'll be finishing in 12th. I'm not particularly sure what happened in there order-wise. Oh, it's a bit too willing from Bob there. Just as you know, it's the last lap. I'm not going to get anywhere. That's fine. Yeah, not particularly sure what happened for second to fourth. I've got a feeling Fourfish took second place. Oh, Bob might want almost going down the club layout. See Bob Hirax in the background there. Still racing away. There comes Bob. So, Jack takes the Astra's first win. I think it's Fourfish second, AMH third. Boyrax a fourth. I'll have to double check that afterwards. DY7 is in fifth. The Les 6th. Bruce Lee in 7th. Waves are Johnny in 8th. RDF1 Adam Morris in 9th. Shadowstalker, Tyler House 10th. First time in a wheel. Good effort by him. Shadowstalker 11th. Bob Mark 1 12th. And Tim retired after 6 laps of the Ruapuna GP circuit. So that's it for the Tour Maniac modern touring car. Next week we head to Ruin Leia Start and everyone's in the Renault Megane. So that should be a brilliant race as ever. But from myself, and the guys here. Next up is my point of view of the Clios. Again, I will be stopping this stream, restarting another one for the Clios from my point of view from Ruapuna Club. Do stay tuned for that one. But from myself and the guys here, thanks to Tour Maniac for sponsoring the league. It's fantastic to see that. It's always good for the league to have that major sponsor. But for myself and the guys here, thank you for watching. Good night.